Uh-oh. What happened to the villager? I don't know. Was being useless, that's what happened. Hello everyone, my name is Giz and welcome to episode 3 of my 1.19 survival world. And if you guys remember from the last episode, we made a cozy house right here at the top of this hill, added in some essential stuff like the kitchen area, the bedroom, some chests in our attic. But besides this cozy cottage that we made here, we've also made this little guy down here, and that is our cow crusher. We were running low on food supply, so we put this cow crusher right down here, and although it's working great and giving us plenty of food, we don't really have the wheat to supply the cows with. If we go up into our attic here, as you can see, we only have a stack and 20 wheat, so this is one of the first things that we want to tackle today. We want to build a wheat farm just right behind here, so that we can have wheat to give our cows. And also, it's quite a pain to get up and down from our house here. So we're going to be working on a pathway as well. And once we get done with those two things, we are going to build a nether portal. Now, I don't plan on doing a whole lot of exploring in a nether because that's going to take up a lot of the episode. And we all know what the nether is. I'm just going to die over and over again. But besides that, we are also going to be doing something with our cow crusher back there. We are going to be building a little house on top of that. So it's not this ugly floating mess out in the open here. So that's the plans for today. We're going to get started with this pathway leading down to here and doing the wheat farm back there. We already have all the resources that we're going to need to do this. So let's go ahead and just jump straight into a time lapse. Alright everyone, hope you guys enjoyed that little time lapse that we had of the stairway being built and the farm that you can see back there being built as well. I think they turned out pretty good. What do you guys think of them? It was really hard to find a style that I wanted to go with, but I decided to carry over the style of that house that we have up there with the spruce and the mangrove wood. But let's go ahead and take a closer look at this. So as you can see here, we have the spruce slabs leading all the way up to our house here. On top of some of the slabs, you can see we have some moss carpets. I put some greenery around the edges as well with the different mangrove leaves and the oak leaves. We also added in some spruce trees around here as well, just to make it pop a little bit more and not look so much like a plains biome. We also put the mangrove slabs on top of the spruce beams here and put some mangrove fences leading down as well as more of the carpet, of course, and added, of course, more leaves on the way down. And right underneath here, I put a little waterfall just so it looks a little bit more natural and adds a little bit more color to it. And for this area, I did a mixture of stone slabs, the viney cobblestone there, put some buttons around, put some stone brick walls, did some of the mangrove roots down at the bottom, some gravel, some normal cobblestone, and we put some vines all over this as well. And I think it turned out absolutely great. But let's just go ahead and move along from here and go take a look at the wheat farm that we made. Okay, here is the best angle I can get of the entire wall, but here it is in all of its glory. For the greenery, we just did some vines, we had some oak leaves, we had some of the mangrove leaves as well. For the actual wall itself, we did mostly cobblestone, mixed in some tuff with it as well, mossy cobblestone, the stone bricks as well, some cobblestone walls, stone brick slabs, some normal slabs, and we put in a couple little buttons. And over here, we're going to put something here as well. I just need to think of what it's going to be, but it has a lot more of the wall showing, and I want this to be like the main part that's being held up because there's going to be a building up on top of this as well. I want it to look like it's really supported. I just need to figure out what I'm going to put down in this area. And moving on to the actual farm, this is what the wheat farm is looking like. And I already did harvest it once, as I said, as well as these other farms here. We have 2 of those. And let me just show you guys how much we actually got from it. I put it inside this barrel. We had 4 stacks and a half roughly. And we still have all these other seeds here that we can use to replant or even make some more wheat farms. Which I might be making another wheat farm. I want to make one that's automatic in the future. Because I'm a lazy person. I don't like to run around picking my own crops. So I think we're going to have to automate one. But that's for another episode. For now, this will work. I think we just need to get our hands dirty and deal with it. And just as a little update for our cow crusher here, while they are being loud, we got ourselves 64 raw beef now and 55 leather. So this means we are no longer starving anymore, which is absolutely great. We were looking pretty rough there for a couple days, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, as you can see, the cow crusher is working wonderfully. They're not looking too happy back there, but hey, I mean, I needed food and it benefits me, so we're just gonna keep them there. And there we are back at the top of this here. We just had to get away from those cows because they are pretty noisy. But now I think it's time to move on to the next part of the episode, which is building the nether portal. Inside of our house here, we should have the resources to build another portal. So let's just go ahead and get in here, try to find this obsidian that I had laying around, and I don't know if I had any flint. I didn't prepare for this.
A few moments later.
There it is. I completely skipped over it. I can't find anything, and I have this organized chest room and I still can't find anything. Now it's time to try to find some flint. I don't know where I could have had flint. Now that we have our flint, let's grab ourselves 1 iron so we can make our flint and steel. Now the only thing left to do is to set up the portal. So let's go right where we want it. I want it generally in this area. I'm going to put a build on top of it, so that's why it's going to be here. Okay, here is the nether portal. Let's go ahead and light it up. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get equipped for this. Alright, and after a quick pit stop, we are now all ready. We got our bow, we put some of the stuff away. We have our flint and steel just in case we're going to need it. We have our shield. We are going to need the shield because these the mobs in the nether are pretty brutal, so we need this shield. But now there's nothing left to do but to go inside the nether. Hopefully it's no lava pools or anything like that. Okay, how are we looking so far? This seems okay of a start. Just already lava pools. That's always a nice thing. We're really here for just the bone blocks so that we can use it to grow our trees around the area. We can grow our crops a little bit faster. because we're going to need the bone meal. And also, it's kind of a nice decorative block if you want to use it that way. But here, this is what we came here for, so let's go ahead and grab this. All the bone blocks. This is exactly what we need here. Now, I don't know what you call this biome exactly that I'm in. It's just, it looks kind of normal to me. This just, all the nether looks the same. It looks scary and deep and dark and not a fun time. But this looks relatively safe for now. I actually really like this area. Relatively safe. We'll go with that answer. Oh, there's zombie pigmen. Oh. Alright, the ghast is down. A little assassination that we had going on there. Normally getting quartz isn't this easy, but look at this. We have quartz there, quartz there, quartz there, there. Some on the ground here, over here, up there, up there, up there. It's just everywhere. So this is going to be really nice to farm out whenever we get the fortunes. Return to sender! Oh, I got the achievement! I didn't think I would actually hit that, but we did. And we didn't even get a ghast tear out of it. That's just great. All that hard work for nothing. Alright, excuse me, zombie pigman. I don't really want to see you right now. It's... Oh, it's not you, it's me. Okay, now this is looking like a soul sand valley so far. Oh. Do you guys see that? Wow, that is extremely lucky. We have ourselves a nether fortress already. Let's do a little bit of exploring, right? Just a little bit, because we're here, we might as well. Oh, look at that. That's a blaze farm, right? Right, that's a blaze farm. I think that's a blaze farm. Maybe because I technically didn't step on the nether fortress yet, it didn't count and give us the achievement. I'm thinking that's why the blazes didn't spawn yet. There's a blaze there, though. What's wrong with that blaze spawner? This might be a really dumb idea, but I'm going to tap this so you get the achievement. Maybe it'll activate it. So there we go. We have a terrible fortress. How many bone blocks we have? We have a lot of bone blocks. How much bone meal is that? That's a lot of bone meal. Now it's time to try to find our way back home, which is another issue entirely now. Alright, this makes me feel a lot better knowing that we were just down there. I got the bow out. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready in the slightest. I'm not ready. There we go. We got the ghast now. Alright everyone, and just like that, we are back from the nether, safe and sound. Nobody was injured in the process, only some ghast and a few skeletons, but other than that, that's about it. I'm going to consider that a huge win for us. We went to the nether, we got what we went there for, which was the bone blocks, and we also found a nether fortress on top of that, which is awesome. So in our next episode, we're going to have to explore and clear out that nether fortress so that we can make a blaze farm and possibly get some wither skulls while we're at it. But for now, let's go ahead and plant some more of these spruce trees. They look absolutely great, and I want to add some more of them just around the base so that we can make this look a little bit more open and not so much like a plains biome. Put down a 4 tall spruce tree, or a 4 block spruce tree, so let's go ahead and do it. And there we go. Now we have a 4 block spruce tree just right here. So let's go ahead and plant some more of these spruce trees around. Alright everyone, we are back, and this place is looking a whole lot better. We have some more of these spruce trees scattered around. We also have that one back there that I need to trim up a little bit because it's looking a little funky on the top. But we have added some of these spruce trees around, and this village is looking 10 times better with all these trees around. It was a little bit bland before, so I'm glad that we have a little bit more variety now. You might also notice that there is the grass that wraps around the edges of the blocks. I didn't know this, but I really wanted this setting on, but I didn't know it was an Optifine setting. So yeah, now we have these grass blocks just traveling up the sides here. I do need to go through and fix some of them because it looks a little bit weird with these dirt areas going through. But I'll do that off camera so you guys don't have to really see me do it. That's not that important anyways. But besides that, what I really want to do next is I want to get started on this cow crusher build. And this cow crusher build is going to be right where this cow crusher is. I'm just going to be putting a roof over top of it and a building. That's what I want to do for now. We already have some of the resources that we're going to need. Here's some of them in here. I also gathered some more as well. There's just a few more resources that I need to grab that is up in our house over here. But once I grab those, I'm going to get started building this. But what better way to start building than with a time lapse? And here we are at the end of the building session. This is the final product of the build. I think it turned out great. What do you guys think of it? Let me know in the comments below. You didn't actually see this on camera, but I built this tree off to the right. The other tree that was here was really ugly. It was very chody and just, it was really thick. It wasn't my favorite tree. That's the best way to put it. It's just not my favorite tree. So we replaced it. We built our own, put some fences around it, made it really skinny, made it quite tall with some thin leaves going all the way up, and it looks a lot better in my opinion. And I want to put more of these trees around the area, but we don't have any silk touch right now, so it's kind of a problem to get leaves. But in the next episode, hopefully we're going to have silk touch, and we can start planting more of them. But moving along, we have this pathway here with some of the coarse dirt, some planks, and just some pathways. I'm going to continue this pattern going around the entire village at some point. If we look over here, we built a small lantern as well. It's like a road pole, one of those road lamps that you can see if you go down the streets. The outside, we built it out of mud. We have some different types of woods as well. We have the mangrove wood and we have the spruce wood. Put some hay bales around here and continued the patterns of these extended out areas with the mangrove, the stone bricks, and these little barrel looking things with the spruce trapdoors. If we just go inside here, as you can see, we have a mangrove floor, and I really like the way that this looks, just this pattern in general. It makes it stand out a lot more against the mud brick walls that we have. Off to the right, we have a campfire here, and there's nothing much to it. It's just supposed to be a little bit more warming and welcoming whenever you walk in. Have a couple lanterns hanging here, and just this ring around the top with some spruce planks in the middle. Straight ahead, we have this table here with a couple flower pots on it. Nothing special quite yet, and there's a window behind it, just looking off into the distance. Off to the left here, we got the cow crusher. We'll get to that in a minute, but there's a door off to the right, so we can step down here, and we can access the wheat field so that we can bring all the wheat that we get from in here into here so we can feed our cows. In here, as you can see, we have our beef and our leather, so it's really easily accessible. It's just there if we ever want to get to it. And we go up these stairs. This is the cow crusher. You can see them all scattered in there. And underneath this trapdoor, there is a button here so that we can press the button and all the cows will start bobbing and we can feed them. And right behind this cow crusher, we have this upstairs area. This is right above where that fireplace is. And we just have some furnaces in here, nothing too crazy, and some chests in here, just in case we need to store extra items or we need to smelt anything. Just this area is up here. It's not too important, but it's nice to have just some extra little storage and an extra room. Now, if we go up this ladder, this is like the living quarters. And we're going to have a villager in here. He's just going to be living in here, you know, running the farm, making sure our cows are nice and healthy, doing all that fun stuff. But we have a bed up here. We just have an empty chest to store anything that they might want. A crafting table. You know, we always need a workstation wherever you are. You want to have a workstation with you so you can, you know, have your scissors there, you know, your little saw, your hammer, anything that you might want, you know, it's just right here for you. Off to the side, we have a balcony here. It just has like this little roof over it. Nothing too crazy going on. And the sun sets over this way, so you can watch the sunset if you like to. Now, if we continue this way, we can go up this ladder again. And there is this top deck area. And this is very similar to the one that we have up on this build. Just have a lantern, some post around, and the mangrove going around the edge as well. Nothing too crazy going up here, but we can look off in all directions and just check out the village, you know, enjoy the view, all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this pretty small build. Just very simplistic and has a nice warm and welcome feel. And that's overall what I want to go for this village. I want it to be very warm, welcoming. But anyways, guys, that is the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think of the build down in the comment section below. I'm really having fun with building all these different homes and such. We're going to be doing a lot more around here as we're going to be revamping the entire village, you know, maybe a villager trading area because we really need this silk touch. So that's one of the main priorities for the next episode. And I'm thinking of doing a different style video to this where it's not just me, you know, running around talking and then doing something. Maybe I'm going to incorporate more cinematics because I'm really liking the cinematic platform. So maybe it's going to be some more voiceovers and with some cinematics on it. I don't know. I'm going to be testing with different video styles. Just, you know, let me know what you guys think of them because, you know, I'm always going to be testing. But anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to leave a like. It really helps out and lets me know that you enjoy the content that we're making. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.